Ladies and gentlemen of the worldwide internet, we're live. It's Tuesday. Feels like it's Monday all over again. We're live on Myth Brigade. Hey, everybody.
Hey, Jason.
Hey, Jason.
Cool. The fact that I have received a verbal confirmation that you hear me, I've done enough here, Byron. It's your game. Let's go.
Man. Thanks, man.
Let's go.
All right. Well, welcome to another episode of the Fall of London. We left off on a pretty big cliffhanger, so I'm pretty excited to get this ball rolling today. And we've done some bookkeeping homework, I think, and I think everybody's on track of what they needed to do. People spent some points, you know, they figure last minute before they might die, might as well be a good spine to spend that XP that they've been saving up. But no, welcome. You know, we're doing
XP, you mean I didn't even know I had,
London.
Yeah.
so.
Yeah.
That's the best kind.
From
That shit goes
Renegade
fast,
Game
though.
Studios.
You only get
Yeah.
one, so we had 10 points. I got just a little stuff going on with my 10 points, but
It goes quick.
I woke up this morning, Byron. I was convinced we had
bought yourself
200
a gun?
points. No, so I was just like, holy shit, man. I can make this character a god with these 200 points. And then I
Yeah.
read, like, yeah, oh well, whatever.
You're like,
Spent.
all right, guys. So let's go around the horn real quick. As we're getting close to the holiday season, it's always difficult to get games going. So hopefully we'll be able to keep our Myth Brigade games on track. But I think we're pretty close to being on track with stuff. Like, we got lucky with the way the dates fall. Other than the fact that you know, like Sundays are going to get hit for Vile Dawn probably. But other than that, I think we're looking pretty good on our standpoint for this. So the lovely lady Catherine Montague, how are you feeling?
I am feeling okay. I am ready for Valerius to walk out of the flames toward us.
And murder everybody, right? All right. And of course, Alice Mockingdale.
Hey, guys, how are you doing? I'm sorry for my scratchy voice. I'm fighting the big C. So,
Big C. She's
There I
fought the
am.
Big C for a long time, and this one's the hardest of them all. The other Big C, the Cthulhu C.
that's not one of the big C's that I was thinking about.
Not one of the Big C.
Yeah, that wasn't where I was
I
going.
mean, you should be well skilled at fighting that Big C. As
Saying,
many Cthulhu games as you've played, you should be well versed in fighting that.
fair enough.
And then Dr. Henry Bangier, or Bangery, or however you want to say it.
Banjo.
That
I think I like to think Bangier. It sounds
Bangier?
more.
Yeah.
sounds kind of Indian. Yeah.
Yeah,
And
so-
here,
yeah, and everything. As you can see, I came dressed up for a murder. Everybody knows that when going to commit a murder, you have to wear a stocking cap.
You do, yes. And of course, Mr. Max Romanoff.
Hey, I'm here for the kill, and I'm happy to be among friends. So it's great to see you.
All right, yeah. And Aquila.
Excited to have spent my XP.
Yeah.
Grab some stuff that I think could be useful, and ready to die to this real young vampire. Or old.
Yeah, it's
Innocent.
like weird. It's kind of
TPK.
both, right?
He's like
And
our
then-
age.
And of course,
But we're gonna sleep for a while.
Revolution Storm.
Oh, hi guys. Yeah, spent some XP. That's exciting. We made a Christmas video for a song that is about Scientology. It's pretty funny. So that drops on the 25th. 26th is our Festivus episode. Live stream
Yeah.
here on the channel. Alcohol's welcome. If you guys out there on the wild internet would love to attend, let me know. I'll send you the Zoom link. You just have to come clothed or we'll kick you out.
God damn it.
Yeah, or if you let us know in advance, we could just blur out the naughty bits. But yeah, happy to be here, Byron, and hopeful that we can keep things on track over the next couple weeks as well.
All right. Fantastic. So in last episode, you guys had made your way to, of course, the party and gotten to speak with Queen and Bosley after some kind of unique flashback situation back to when the Queen was embraced by Valerius and I had to do some kind of unique social tests and all kinds of things, sort things out. For some reason, Queen Anne wanted you to, or back then just Anne Bosley, wanted to have you help her decide what clan should be best for her. And in the end, of course, you picked Ventru, and she became Valerius's child.
So we kind of got to pick our own boss fight.
Kinda, right?
Yeah, I guess we did, didn't we? Yeah.
Well, what we should have done is metagamed and been like, which of you is the weakest?
Yeah.
Has
Which
the
one of
least
you?
amount of
Which
potential.
one of you sucks?
That would have been a way of going about it, for sure, for sure. It wouldn't have worked out that way though. She would have still picked Ventru. But anyway, so and you guys went there, of course, to retrieve the seal, which was gifted to her for safekeeping by Mithras over 70 years ago. And you guys presented yourselves to retrieve that. And she said, well, you know, Mithras gave it to her for safekeeping. She can't just willy-nilly give it away. And that while you are familiar to her, she wishes that you would complete this task to prove loyalty to Mithras by basically getting rid of Valerius and returning to the Shard in the same evening. So she does expect you to return. And of course, it's been a little while. So you have you're going to have like maybe 2 hours, an hour and a half, probably 2 hours before sunrise after this thing here. So you guys had planted some explosives, skillfully, I might add, underneath the seat of the car that was sent to pick up Valerius. You put yourselves on the outskirts of town to hopefully minimize the exposure. And you waited for Valerius's SUV to reach that point, while you all sat comfortably in your armored Land Rover Discovery. And you're sitting there, and of course, it reaches the spot. A massive explosion rips. I don't remember who pushed it. Who pushed the button?
I did.
Oh, yeah. Lady Catherine, of course.
She's always pushing buttons, isn't she?
Right? Initiated device. She's always good with stuff in trunks, too. Did you ever notice that? But yeah, so she initiated the explosive device, which ripped the car that was Valerius was in to shreds. A giant ball of flames erupted, smoke going into the sky, parts of the car, pieces of it raining down on your car. Actually, you're close enough that pieces of it are probably raining down on your car. You know without a doubt that this explosion is going to garner some attention by authorities. There's no way a car explosion isn't going to. Okay. So you guys are going to be kind of on a time clock. So we will go to the exact moment that we left off. Valerius burning, his jacket on fire. Clearly pieces of him are not attached to him anymore. He does have all of his arms and legs, and you can see that he is definitely injured, what I would call severely, for sure. And he comes walking out of the car. Let's see here. Let's do. Oh, shit.
Well, let's not just stand there, but let's run him down.
Yes.
So he is standing there. He's walking. I kind of pictured it like a little, like, you know, the end of a block. You know, there's an abandoned building kind of off to the side, maybe a fenced-in area that's the fence is broken down. You know, the smell on this end of town is just of industry and just, you know, old, musty, broken down buildings. You picked a relatively good spot, you know. I mean, you guys scattered it out. So for the limited amount of time you had, and you were in the car. You guys are equipped with the weaponry that you got from Queen Anne and your own skill set. What do you do?
So I concur with Henry. Run him down. Run him down. Driver, run him down.
Whoever's our best driver.
Who's driving?
I'm not sure if I have drive too. Am I the best driver?
You're the best one.
You're
Who's in
driving.
the driver's
You're the
seat?
driver.
All right, I attempt to mow him down. What do I do to do that? I use
Driving
drive
That's
and
it. Dexterity.
Dexterity?
Probably.
You know, I'm actually going to say composure and drive
And your
because I think you need to keep your shit together.
sure,
I like
what's my
that.
composure?
I like that. That's
Well, my
a-
dexterity is 3, my composure is only 2, but I'll go for it. All right, so here's driving with composure.
You get
He's like-
more dice than anybody. Yeah.
Difficulty 2?
Difficulty is going to be 5.
oh, damn.
Oh my! I think we've already lost.
It's
before
on
we go.
already.
no, you got this.
We believe in you, Max.
Byron didn't have a long
We
enough
believe
nap.
in you.
So you drive, you're like, and you know, you like, there's no shifting, of course, because it's a Land Rover Discovery. So probably an all-wheel drive, of course, 4-wheel, whatever. You drive, and he pretty much just sidesteps the car. And it occurs to you relatively quickly that he probably has celerity.
Damn this American suspension.
So, yeah, he sidesteps the car as you zip past him.
Which side?
We're gonna say he goes on the passenger side.
Who's in the passenger
So he's on the
side?
left-hand side. Okay.
Yeah, he's
Oh,
gonna go on.
shit,
Yeah.
we are. Yeah.
Well, you know, he'd be on the right. Yeah, he'd be on
Well,
the left
Yeah,
hand
he'd
side.
be on the left.
Right hand for him, left hand for you, because it's in England.
Who's in the front seat? Who's in the shotgun?
Where would the explosives?
I think it's
I'm
got to
sorry?
be Bangier, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, because I was the one who was like, run him down.
Yeah.
So
Over
I
the car and
shotgun.
then-
Fortunately, I am missing you guys. You guys are kind of chopping over each other.
Oh,
What would you say, Brent?
it would probably be me in the passenger side because I was the one who prompted Max to.
Yeah,
run.
there's going to be somebody in the passenger side in the back too. It's 7 passenger seating, so you guys have 2, 2, and 1.
I looked then to my left to Dr. Henry. Say, got one of those grenades?
I don't think we have grenades. It's like I have a shotgun.
That'll work.
Okay,
He's going
you
to the
zip
left.
Past him.
Get
You zip
him.
past him, so he sidesteps. So you're like, I'm sure you're not driving over him at like 1 mile an hour.
Okay. No drive-bys, huh? We're going too fast.
All
You're
right.
going pretty fast. I mean, I'll let you get a reaction. I'll let you get a shot in. You want to roll down the window of the armored
Not with this guy.
at
Nope.
point blank range?
No, not a good idea. Not with. Not,
Like, you roll on the window, put the shotgun at point blank.
Open this. Smash him with it. He's not going to expect that.
Yeah, right. That's
if
great.
somebody in the
That's
back
not
seat
fair.
wants to give it a go, but I'm
I
not.
think we're good.
I'm not rolling down the
We're
window.
good. We
All right.
can roll back around and try to hit him again.
All right, I'll hit the brakes and try to swirl the car around so we're facing him again.
Well, let's let the other people in the car make an action.
Okay.
Here, you drove past him.
We should disperse, break into pairs. No one goes alone, but we should not be one target in a van either. Huh? Huh?
I agree.
So I'll jump out. I'm gonna see. We've driven past, right? So he's not like
You've
right
driven
there.
past him. Yep,
Okay,
he's
so
not right
I hop out. Who's my partner?
I'll go.
there. You say it before or after you get out.
Yeah. I turn back. I kind of turn back, like, oh shit. Now I'm back. Yeah. So Aquila and I
I'll go
will
with the priest.
duck off into an alley off on the side, get a better vantage point.
Okay. Yeah. So Aquila and Reverend Thorn dive out we're going to say do you want to go out the passenger side or the driver's side?
Whichever side whatever side I was on. I don't know. I'm behind Bangier, so probably passenger side.
All right.
Yeah.
So yeah, it says passenger side. So you guys get out.
We were all
Pretty
on the
much.
passenger side.
I mean, you're pretty much going to be like 20, 30 feet from him as you bail out of the car.
If I can shoot at him while moving to actual cover, that'd be cool.
Sure,
Yeah.
you can shoot at it. Absolutely.
This can't end poorly, right? Right?
Yeah, as soon as I see Akila's open fire, I'm gonna try it as well. How does firearms? Where is that?
Difficulty of.
Give me 1 second. I need to make a roll.
No, I don't like that.
That's
I don't
difficulty.
like that.
It's difficulty
Already made
1.
his difficulty.
Yeah, difficulty 1. We have to hit him.
Yeah, you have to hit him, right? That's what it is. Yeah.
So this firearms and resolve, firearms and what?
Dexterity.
Dexterity.
Say firearms dexterity. I think you guys already kept your crap together
Okay.
for a moment at least here.
It would be the same if I used composures.
Rapid reflexes, fire vampire, no penalty. I think that's full, so I could cover.
Akila gets. I'll hold my roll until Akila sends his through.
Yeah, I'm just waiting for the difficulty.
I'm gonna say difficulty 3.
That's a kindness. Thank you.
Yeah.
3 of 3.
And then
Nice. Yeah, you light him up. So 3 of 3 is just gonna be straight firearm damage. What are you using to shoot him with?
Probably pistol we got.
Pistol. Okay, so that's 9mm gunshot. So that's gonna be 3 points of regular damage.
Nope. I hit the phone
Okay.
booth.
Yeah. So you, Tyler, or Akila, you're like you pull up your pistol and you're just like, and he just like hits him in the chest, the shoulder, and you know
We
the
just
other-
keep moving.
the
to
part of his
cover.
arm.
Yeah.
The part of his arm.
I have intelligence enough to know how dangerous this man is. Keep it moving.
Yeah,
all
for
right,
sure.
Alice and Lady Catherine. You guys are on the driver's side, which is the right-hand side of the vehicle in England. Thank you, Dad, for pointing that out. I would have actually had a snafu and forgot that.
Oh, you'd have heard about it in the comments.
Yeah, I would. I would heard about it.
Yeah.
I would have heard about it.
That
What do you
one
guys want to
dude
do?
would have been-
So Reverend Thorn and Akila have dove out the side. You hear the 9mm pistol going off at close range right outside the door.
Oh, Alice, you're on mute.
Lady Catherine,
Chantel's on mute.
I'm sorry. I thought I'd taken myself off. We still can't hear you, Chantel.
Okay.
Well,
Wait,
now
there
I
you
can
are.
hear you.
There you
Now
are.
you Whatever you just did, fixed it.
All right.
No.
That's
Okay.
better.
Yeah,
so
whatever you just did,
without the
fixed it.
headphones.
Fixed it good, yeah. Without the
Okay.
headphones.
Because I
So-
had headphones so I could hear you guys better, but
So I was saying that so we got a couple of guys going at it like we're still Knights Black agents, and I'm wondering.
Dick move, Tara.
I'm not the one that did it.
That's true. It's Brent's fault.
Okay, so let's talk about like this blood sorcery stuff.
Okay, sure. What you got?
So I'm not close enough to him to do anything right now, and I'm on the wrong side of the car.
I'm not so sure. How close you got to be?
Well, where are we right now? We got to be closer than 30 feet for.
Yeah, you're closer than 30 feet.
Am I? But
Yeah.
I need a.
I'm not sure.
All right,
I'm not
well,
sure what you're
Here's
trying
what
to
I
do.
want to do. I want to use Scorpion. I want to try to use Scorpion's touch,
Okay.
Damn.
which is gonna involve me. You're gonna have to tell me the mechanics, but the way I imagine it looking in my head is I'm gonna.
First, you need a wheelbarrow and a Holocaust cloak.
That's going to be It's going to be
Mm.
blood sorcery, right?
Yeah, it's blood sorcery.
Yeah, blood sorcery.
Scorpion's touch. User concentrates for a turn and forces blood through an open, usually self-inflicted wound. Each rouse check worth of poison makes turn emit poison coated blade a melee weapon to fill one mouthful to be spat at the foe.
It's very Gen V.
Yeah.
Mm.
So it says you concentrate for a turn, so it's going to take a turn. You're going to be able to do it next week. Next turn. Excuse me.
Next week.
Next week.
We'll get back to
See
you.
ya.
Boyd,
See you, Tara.
Boyd,
You
party
could-
of one.
You could concentrate on this, and you could get out of the vehicle, concentrate on it, and then when the vehicle continues to move away, you could step forward and spat on it.
Okay, so that's what I want to do. I'm gonna.
I'll get
I'm
out
gonna-
with you.
What's that?
I'll
Okay.
get out with you and be kind of a distraction as you're doing that, just in case he comes to us. 'Cause
Okay,
I'll
I'm
start talking at him.
Well, you're going to be, you're not the person shooting him, but you are two people in front of him.
Hmm.
So you're going to be closest to him, probably. Maybe. I don't know. Not necessarily. I guess
So-
Aquila is actually going to be the closest to him, probably.
So I'm dark and small, so I'm just kind of trying and take advantage of any shadow that happens to might be nearby.
Got it.
Stay out of the shards of light, or shafts of light, whatever. I am going to I'm gonna use the spitting method, and I'm gonna like get out of the car and I'm kind of bite my own wrist, bring blood, and get a mouthful of it.
Yep.
And then what do I need to do?
So it'll be next. You have to concentrate on it for one turn. So next turn you'll be able to actually spit it at him.
Okay.
Because it takes up one turn for it to get corrosive.
Can you warn me in advance what you're going to have me roll?
Yeah. Give me one. Let me flip back to it real quick. It is strength and blood sorcery. That's what it is. And
Okay.
It's going to be spitting it as
Strength
dexterity.
and not resolve?
Dexterity athletics is what it's going to be to spit it. It is strength and blood sorcery for doing it. And it requires a rouse check, so you're going to need to make a rouse check.
Okay. It's a lot of rolling. Okay.
It is, in fact. I'm going to mark this page real quick.
Good plan.
Oh, yeah, I think so. Okay, so his plan.
If he comes toward us, I want to try to talk to him. That's what I'm going to do.
Sure. What do you want to do?
My real plan is kind of shouting like, Valerius, you're a Ventru. You brought us to Mithras. What made you betray him and betray us?
Okay, he responds to you. He said, I'm not sure what betrayal you speak of, but obviously you're in the middle of one right now.
Oh.
Good talk.
We have just awoken. We were put in a torpor so we could come back and work with Mithras. And when we woke up, he was killed, and we were told that you killed him, that you were the one.
You were being used as pawns. I expected better from you.
Can I use detect lies?
Sure. Or you could do like an insight. Oh, yeah,
Okay.
you do. You have to detect lies, don't you?
Yeah, I just took that.
Yeah, absolutely.
So it is insight.
He says I was not the one who killed him.
Yeesh. Okay. So it's insight, and then the second attribute is wits or intelligence.
Okay.
All right, wait, let me. Oh no, probably would be. Sorry, charisma, right? Because that's what it's under.
Sure.
And what is the? Oh wait, and I get to add one, correct? Because I have a specialty.
Yeah.
So I just add 1 to this, plus 1.
Difficulty is going to be 2.
Come on, baby. All right.
3 of 2. He is not lying.
Shit. I was gonna throw up my hands, Oh my God. If we have been lied to, if we have been betrayed, then please help us to find the true killer.
To avoid meta, Byron, we're right there, right? He's standing
You're right
there.
there. You hear it. Yeah, you're like on the other side of the car. She's basically standing at the back of the car like 20 feet from him.
Catherine, he said only that he did not kill him. Just that he did not pull the proverbial trigger, perhaps.
I'm sorry, but we've already made our choice. We have to see it through to the end, and whenever my turn comes up, I'm gonna shoot him with a shotgun.
Yeah.
He said, if being pawns is what you insist, then that is what must happen, I suppose.
Then speak to us the truth.
He says,
I shouted and my mouth is full of blood.
Dr. Henry refuses to see the truth. I shall not stand here and be picked apart by vultures sent by a worthless queen.
That comes
sent you.
That comes
To me,
after.
venture to venture.
Venture to venture.
Yes, speak to me. We are clan.
Ooh.
Ignore the others.
That's right.
It's hard to ignore them when they're fucking lighting them up with 9mm.
Keep him busy.
And
while we
Dr.
murder
Henry,
them.
put down the fucking gun for a second. You shoot him later.
Oh, I've already made my choice.
Do we hear sirens in the distance? I'm guessing by now.
It's only been a couple of seconds,
Okay.
but you will
Okay.
relatively quickly. Okay, so he is gonna talk mostly. Let's see what he's gonna do.
the language
That's fine.
of violence.
Wait. Just make sure a bit. Okay.
Mostly because you don't attack an elder and then stop.
You don't give him a chance to like heal up or
Yeah, you don't give them a chance to hold a grudge. Even no matter what they say, even if you were used as a pawn, we have made our bed. It's time to lie in it.
In for a penny, in for a pound.
Dr. Henry, give me an intelligence plus resolve check, please.
Okay.
Oh. Okay.
These were,
Difficulty is 8.
oh, gee whiz.
Jesus.
Oh. How does that
Where
even-
that is resolve under skills? Just wondering.
No, resolve is going to be center
attribute, mental attribute.
Oh, I was like, it's usually a skill and a mental. So how could it be a mental?
Yeah,
and-
right. Yeah, sorry about that. Apparently, it is a mental.
It is. Oh, it is a mental. Okay.
It is, yeah. Charisma and intelligence plus resolve.
Oh, gee whiz. Okay, we got difficulty 8.
Okay. He looks over at you and he says, "Sit down. The grown-ups have to talk." And you just sit down. He dominates you.
I'm just in there like,
It's just like, yeah. So Dr. Henry takes a seat on the sidewalk. What does anybody else want to do at this point?
Am I the only one left in the car?
Yeah, you're still in the car.
Is it still moving? Did everyone get off? Did
I mean, I
stop?
assume it's moving unless you've stopped.
No. So I will maneuver to swing the car around so I'm facing him again.
Okay, you come around it. Unfortunately, there are now people standing between you and him.
Well, I'm assuming I drove past everyone as they jumped out because I'm still moving.
Yeah, so when you swing around, they're now standing between you and him.
Yeah, that's okay. So I don't mind if my
mind.
colleagues are between me and the deadly enemy. That's okay. The coveted position in the rear.
You
suits
see
me
it
just
looks
fine.
like it looks like Lady Catherine is attempting to have some sort of conversation with him, and you see Dr. Henry is now sitting on the sidewalk holding his gun in his lap.
For
like
my
it's a-
action, I both push the button to roll my window down and turn on the seat warmers.
You don't get cold.
Right. I snuggle if I can with my. I have celerity, so I use my celerity to snuggle into the seat.
Yeah, literally. I quickly snuggle into the seat. Okay.
I'll also grab my. I think I have a machine gun. I'll lean out the window with the machine gun, but I'm not going to use it.
Aquila and Reverend Thorn.
So, who? Akila, you were shot first, so I think I'm behind you. Go. Why don't you do whatever you do? Yeah, I got an idea, but I don't know if it's gonna work.
Yeah, I don't know what we're doing now, so I'm going to activate my unswayable mind
Okay.
and my sense the unseen, in case he has the ability to just disappear.
Okay. Yeah. In case he has some obfuscate.
Yeah, it's just nothing I want to be dealing with out of nowhere.
Okay. Reverend Thorn.
So I
Keela
know
looks to be prepping.
I know that I can't dominate. At least I don't think I can dominate Fabio. So I'm going to try to
try.
I'm going to try to break the domination by looking Banjir in the eye. For the coterie, get your wits about you and fight. And I compel him to say, "Fuck this! I'm going to get up and fight."
You got to break his 8 successes.
Okay. He got 8, huh? You sure
You're
you
more
read
than welcome
8
to
right,
try
or was
that.
it a weird looking 3? Is there any
No,
possibility?
it's an 8. It's an 8, baby. He's a Ventrue. He's got dominate.
So hey, pool size modifier. Does this work like everything else, where you've got like group points that you can spend for increasing rolls? That's just in
No.
here because of
Wishful thinking.
Yeah, I don't know why it's in here for the system, but okay. Damn.
Is it?
Yeah, it is. Difficulty 8. Okay. Well, is there stuff coming through? There it goes. 2 of no. Damn it, Henry! And I'm going to use whatever time I have left. I'm going to dart in the alley, and I'm going to obfuscate myself, because obviously this isn't working out as I planned.
Okay.
I'm glad we said stick in 2s, and he ran off into
No,
the
I don't. Well, we're right by
Alright,
the alley,
so-
right? We are right by an alley.
You are right.
Yeah,
I just ducked into the alley. I'm not going to run away.
So Romanoff is like kind of sitting there with the car running, with the machine gun sticking out the window, sitting on stand warmers. So Aquila
You're welcome.
is kind of standing there, I guess, brooding / just kind of standing there doing some stuff. Dr. Henry is sitting on the curb, cradling his gun. And Reverend Thorn ditches out into an alley. So we got Alice and Lady Catherine standing there. He seems to be willing to talk, and you know that he didn't lie. He did not do what you have been sent here to kill him for doing.
You know, please tell us. Our queen sent us. You know, the Prince of London sent us to kill you. You know, that is, we are supposed to obey the queen. And yet, if you say that she said that you killed Mithras, if you did not kill Mithras, then who did? Do you know who did?
Of course, I know who killed him.
Can you please tell us? We don't know anything.
It was Richard de Word and the queen herself who killed him.
Why would she do this time? I want to detect lies.
Why would
also.
she do this?
Yeah.
He was the Prince of London who sits in the chair now.
Yeah, I wanna do some insight on that one.
Yeah. What is it? Insight plus charisma, and then I will add.
Intelligence? Or insight and intelligence.
Oh. Should it be insight and intelligence? I'm sorry.
Yeah, that's fine.
I don't know if it is.
Charisma,
Yeah, it'd be insight, but
intelligence,
Difficulty.
submit,
2.
add 1, submit.
2.
Okay.
He does not appear to be saying anything that's untrue.
So wait, and would I know who Richard de Word was?
Yeah, you know who Richard de Word is. Richard de Word is the Nosferatu that has one of the items that was given by Mithras. Let me fold back to the thing real quick, and I'll tell you. He was the sire of Nigel.
Oh shit. So was Nigel in on this? Oh. Okay, I'm sorry. Why?
Richard de Word had a bronze dagger of Egyptian style. It is one of the items you need to retrieve.
Why would wait? And you said Mithras was the Prince of London, and that's why
He was
she
the Prince of London before her.
before her. Okay.
Do you not remember how she manipulated you all at her own embrace?
I mean,
She has been empowered by 70 years of undeath. A true Ventru at heart. What would we do? What would you do?
It's out from the shadows.
Power corrupts.
mm-hmm.
Actually, I'm probably too far away.
How you're her sire? How are you trying to stop her?
I am not trying to stop her. If I was trying to stop her, why would I allow her to send a car for me to get me out of the city?
Then why aren't you trying to stop her? Why would you let her kill Mithras?
That was so many years ago. He has been dead for 60 plus years. The city is what the city is. I'm just here for survival. I have not lived since the 1st century merely to be killed off by He's like, what is it that she promised you for this betrayal?
She promised us the token of Mithras that she has, which I totally remember the name of.
It's the cup, isn't it?
The seal.
Yes.
He says, well, perhaps we can yet deal. I will give you my signet ring. You can attest that the rest of me is ash. That should be enough to prove that you've taken me out. In turn for my escape, I will tell you where the seal is, because I know myself.
I think this is a pretty good plan, folks. I'm gonna turn and look at confirmation, like at the rest of them for confirmation. Like, is this? Where will you go? Where will you hide?
I will find a way. I have not lived since 1065 by not having some skill in these things.
And true, if you don't tell us, then it can't be gotten out of us.
Correct.
Why would you do this for us?
Seems like a fair enough bargain to me.
He says, what else I could offer is, I believe I heard you say that you are freshly from Torpor and uncertain of the way things are. He says, I know who you really are.
I step out of the shadows at this point. He's got my attention.
Can I do detect lies? I'm assuming it's not the truth, but can I do detect lies on that also?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Crit +1, submit. Come on, friend.
Or is it the artifacts that you seek? Because it would be easier to pry them from our dead hands than it would be to take them from the queen, wouldn't it?
I have no power grab here. If I wanted power, I could have taken it over the last 70 years. I'm content on my undeath.
I sort of glanced to Lady Catherine and seeing her study his face, right?
It's
And
like,
wait.
and it's like Lady Bosley or Queen Anne did nothing other than tear down everything I had done. Closing the city, shutting away Camarilla influence, London returned to a powerful state and domains of tribute rather than Britain, one kindred nation. However, I have only been trying to rebuild my own dream. But her power stems from her ambition. It's like using Roger Richard de Word, they lured Mithras into the Admiralty gunpowder mills and dropped a building on him, claiming that it was a bomb dropped by the Nazis that killed him. But in truth, just as you laid explosives at my feet, they laid explosives at his. During this collapse, your sarcophagi were lost also to the depths. I now only know that they have been found.
Do you know why we were put into torpor? Or were we?
Mithras put people into torpor to be retrieved at a later time to help to call it leapfrog his power through time. But unfortunately, the Queen and Richard de Word ended him before then. My guess is that those fragments of him have somehow, those that were betrayed him before, once you were found, realized what you were and determined you could be pawns, which it seems they were right.
They were partially right. At least these pawns stopped to think and to talk before we just blindly pushed ahead.
As I would expect from such a beautiful child of the most powerful clan.
Yet we so readily accept a rebuttal. Catherine.
I roll my eyes as I finally swallow my mouth full of blood.
It's like you swallow mouthwash because you have no place to spit it out. You're just like, ah, shit, here we go.
Well, it appears, I say from the ground, that our efforts up to this point have been mostly for naught. Is there even any point in collecting up these relics? It's like I've heard of blood magic, but I've never heard of any sort of magic that can bring a dead kindred back from the true death.
So collecting them would help you find your true selves. So yeah, that's the point.
So it would be at the very least we could remember everything.
Alice may be able to do some sort of ritual that could garner your own memories back.
Yeah, I can definitely assist Alice with that. I've got a lot of occult.
Nice.
He says, so do we have an accord?
Oh, we have really
I believe we do.
Other option.
Yeah, I will.
Takes off his signet ring and throws it to you.
I'll take it. Thank you. And I will put it onto my, whatever finger that it fits best on.
A lost ring is not enough.
I thought you were gonna slide it into your bustier or whatever.
I mean, that takes up a lot of room in there, and I don't know.
Valerius, might I ask you to bleed upon it? A lost signet ring is nothing, and your passing into the afterlife would not be so tidy, I don't think. Then we have
there's already charred flesh attached to it.
Simply by claiming that the rest of me is ash, it was a fireball. He points to the car, and you hear in the background, you hear the ambulance and police sirens. He's like, clearly fire turns kindred to ash. Are you that naive or new that you do not know these simple things, Father Lucius?
I'm wise enough to be doubtful of those who walk outside of the Queen's purview.
Understood. Well, I guess you'll have to find out.
Perhaps.
I will not stand here and be taken down.
Hilarious.
I'm thinking you were doing well on your own, bro.
Yeah.
It's time for us to go.
Tell us where the seal is, and we shall mourn your passing.
He gives you the address.
All right.
I'm gonna put that in Google Maps.
Yeah. Type it in real quick.
I gently pull the car up next to the group, and then I very pluckily click that seat warmer button for each one of them.
Nice. Thank you.
Just because we don't get cold doesn't mean we don't enjoy it.
Yeah,
Yeah.
we like the
That's
heat.
fair. That's fair.
Are you guys? I hear the sirens coming, right?
Yeah.
Is the group moving towards the car?
Yeah, oh yeah, for
He
sure.
says,
Yeah.
well, it seems as if we are at the arrival of our agreement. And he runs super fast down the alley. As the celerity kicks in, he's just like,
Like the Roadrunner.
yeah,
Mhm.
he's gone.
Let's get the car.
Stand up.
Let's go.
I'm supposing I can finally stand up now.
Yes, because you're at the end of the scene, so you will now be able to stand up.
I'm already in the back seat.
I dust myself off and quickly.
You know what? Sorry,
in.
Dr. Henry. I'm gonna get in the passenger seat up front.
You've been seat jacked.
That's
Yeah.
fine.
Great. Now I have to sit in the back between the two of them. So I'm sitting on the hump in the back seat.
No, it's 7 passenger seat.
Oh, okay. All right. Good.
Yeah.
You still have to sit in between all three of us.
No.
He spoke of us being pawns. This is most frustrating, but does anyone else feel that perhaps there's more to this story?
Oh, of course.
We so quickly
Of course
shed
there
a,
is.
a commitment to the queen.
Well, I mean, frankly, we went from trusting the queen, who was impossible to tell was lying, to believing another Ventru, who it's impossible to tell is lying.
That's not
That is untrue.
Yeah, you can actually-
I'm like Lady Catherine. Your clan is well known for their ability to fabricate incredible stories. It's like, you have any certainty that he's telling the truth?
Yes, I do.
You would know that they're telling the truth. If you successfully beat them in a test, you wouldn't think that it's being.
Yeah,
Yeah.
but
I mean, you
we
would
don't know.
think.
We have no idea. We're just sitting there watching a conversation, right? Like, yeah.
Right. Yeah.
Yeah.
it's
So,
in there.
And Dr. Henry, while we may be pawns right now, pawns can turn into any piece. Pawns can turn into queens.
if we can reach
So
the
don't
other side of the
expect
board-
that we need to think and not just move blindly. If we need to change a plan, we change a plan.
Mhm.
We need to think, and we need to be smarter than they are, because we're missing so much information, and we need to figure out who we are and what we're doing here.
Well, the proof will be in the pudding. If the seal is at the address he gave, then we will simply be able to confirm that he's the one telling the truth, and Queen Anne is in fact our primary traitor.
And then we
Although
wage war against
I
the
would presume
queen.
that he was in on the death of Mithras as well. He's far too well connected to miss something like that happening. But well, he's out of our reach anyway.
Were I him, I would use fools like us to pry away the seal from the queen. Perhaps this, who was it, Richard something? Richard
DeWord.
Yeah, DeWord.
Yeah, DeWord.
Perhaps they're in leagues, or perhaps he has a dagger, right? It's an Egyptian dagger, he said? Is that right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he's Nigel's sire, so we could talk to Nigel about him, at least like get some information. Hey, like that sort of thing without maybe tipping our hand completely. But then there's someone else. Chen Hei is the one, her sire has the Phrygian cap, which we also need.
Yeah, and she told you that her sire is like held up and can't get out of where she's at. Where he's at.
Well, the correct answer is we go to the seal, see what memories we're able to get back to be able to glean what Mithras had intended for us, and then we decide on how best to get the remaining objects. I see no reason for us to risk meeting with the queen again. She may just decide to try to dispose of us.
You have to meet with the queen again. You're supposed to go back tonight.
Mm-hmm.
You really you think that's wise?
That was your agreement.
We must uphold
That's
some
not
part of our
wise.
agreement. Now, I would encourage you to remember that I questioned her sincerity from the beginning. And I am
Of
telling
course,
you,
as did I.
there is
but we
much
couldn't-
more to
we
this
couldn't
story.
tell.
Much more. I will accompany
It's
you.
like, well, if we return and you feel like your ability to lie, like the rest of your clan, is proficient enough to deceive her ability to detect your lies, then we may be able to convince her that we actually killed him, or that, or maybe she'll just accept the ring. If not, then we are dead, and that is it.
I mean, the ring and the fact that he's an Ash is a pretty good, reliable story.
Yeah.
Yes, I mean,
Completely.
I mean, as long as she doesn't question us too much or decide to dispose of us because now we're inconvenient.
You are right there.
So that therein lies the choice. It's like we provide her with the ring, we may become immediately inconvenient to her.
Either way, it seems like first we should get the seal.
Yes, let's do
And
that.
she said that if we bring this back, she will show us the seal.
He will give it to you.
Yeah,
She'll
so
give it to us.
will she not realize
So,
that we've
if
stolen
this-
it? Or something, right?
It might be better for her to give this to us than to steal it.
You are.
Although,
Yes.
That's absolutely
And if
that's
she
that's
doesn't give
presuming
it to
she's
us,
going to
then
work
we
with
can
us in good faith. That she doesn't lie, which we've caught her in a lie, according to someone else who is incredible at lying.
Well, and if not, we escape and we rendezvous at the gunpowder mill where our lovely Mithras met his end. We will rally there.
That's paved over.
No, I know where it
Yeah.
once was,
Yeah.
right? So we
Yeah, I
will.
would have an idea where it was.
okay.
So we still only have a few hours of the night.
Yeah.
Yeah,
We can't
we-
About an hour.
Let's go.
yeah,
We need to get to her so that we can get somewhere
The
else.
best thing we can do is take it to the queen and hope that she gives us a seal.
Hmm.
Okay.
And after we do that, we can proceed from there.
So when you
Continuing
guys-
to not trust her.
And if you're relying on my clan's ability to lie, then you need to rely on my ability to lie and don't speak while we're in the queen's presence. Because
Oh,
if you can't lie to her, then keep your mouth shut.
I just believe that she's better than you at this particular.
Might be. She probably is. But she's probably much better than you are too.
Oh, it's
So don't say
I'm not
anything to
really,
her.
I'm not really into lying specifically, but
Specifically.
I remember that line from Black Dynamite. It's like, shut up when gold folks is talking.
but if you want us to risk our own lives on you, then it seems like most of everyone else is in agreement. So I go with the group. I just had to be the voice of dissension because we've already gotten used as pawns before.
Earlier
If
today.
you don't want to go in, you don't have to.
Oh no, we go together one way or another. That
Okay.
much is clear to me.
Okay.
I am in reluctant agreement with the doctor.
All right. So you guys drive.
I would assume that we at all times that we are being manipulated by each
Mhm.
party.
You guys drive back to the Shard. You got about an hour or so before sunup. So it's going to be about an hour and a half or so before sunup, basically. So you guys drive back to the Shard. You guys had the entry to the underground garage and the gold card that goes directly to the penthouse, so you don't have to go through the front or anything like that. And you go in there. You go up to the thing. I'm assuming you leave the weapons and stuff in the car.
You mean the musical instruments?
Yeah, musical instruments.
I hate to be separated from my viola, but
I kind of want to keep mine.
You know you're not allowed to have weapons up there. So.
Oh, okay. Yeah. If that's the case, then
Okay.
I'll go ahead and leave it in the car.
Got it. So you guys leave their stuff there and you go upstairs. So as you get up to the thing, the party seems to be winding down quite a bit. There's still a lot of the kindred that you saw before don't seem to be here anymore. Like Rose, Abawi, Chenhei, all of them are gone. You don't see anything or what have you. and you take the ring back to her.
Okay.
Lady Scarlet is still there, and she says, "I assume that the task is done."
The task is complete. We need to see the queen, please.
Absolutely. So she will put you guys together, and so forth. You guys get, just directly to talk to her.
And I will just hold my hand out with the signet ring in my palm, like up toward the queen.
Okay. All right, here we go. We're gonna need to do a manipulation and
Oh, God.
subterfuge.
Okay.
Here we go. TPK.
Let me see if I can find her real quick. Her stats immediately. Okay. That could be right there, but how did that happen?
Subterfuge, you said with manipulation, I get to add a die for bluff.
Ooh.
Three's not bad. Do you want to spend a willpower point to reroll? You can reroll up to 3 of those dice. Basically, the 3 failures you can reroll.
I will. Sorry, where's my bullet? There it is. And just put it in the click. Do I just roll over here like 3?
Just roll
Honest
it.
to God,
Roll
I
it again
don't
and
know.
roll it again and then take the first 3.
Yeah,
If you're re-rolling.
yeah, you can do that.
Okay.
Roll it again. Just take the first 3.
Okay.
All right.
It'd be
gonna
awesome if you could click the ones you wanted to re-roll, but
Yeah, wouldn't it? Yeah,
Yeah.
that'd be cool.
Yeah.
So I mean, you have no chance of losing anything. You get no chance. You don't reroll the hunger die. So the worst that can happen is, so you're gonna get one more success basically.
4, nice.
So you're gonna
No, that'd give her a critical. If you take the first 3 dice.
no, because neither one of the other ones were crits.
Yeah,
Over last roll.
subterfuge and manipulation.
Oh,
She's got a
you
critical.
correct.
Yeah.
You are correct, Tyler. Thank
Give her
you
a
very
critical.
much. Nice catch. That's
Thanks,
4 more
Tyler.
It'd be
successes.
6 successes.
So
7, yeah.
Yeah, so that raw die roll is gonna add 1, 2, 3 successes to what you already had there. So you're gonna have a total of 6. 6 successes is what you're gonna have. And this is gonna go versus her wits and insight.
So that's really good.
It's really good. Ooh, she got a lot of dice.
You lie like a rug.
As you could expect, she has a lot of dice. She killed, so she's got no hunger. You are the active character. You get the tie.
Ooh.
Whoa.
No.
Nice.
By the skin of our fangs.
She had 9 dice and no hunger because she killed a victim. So she was full. Okay. She accepts the information and she gives you the location to the seal. In addition to that, she gives you a vault code because she says it is kept there in safekeeping. The address that she gives you is the exact same as the one that Valerius gave you.
Good.
The only difference being that Valerius did not tell you it was in a vault or anything like that. Which so he could maybe have not known that, whatever.
Right.
For your own determination on that. And Scarlet kind of taps Queen Anne on the shoulder and points out the window of the shard. And you see 3 black helicopters, kind of like in the foreground, or in the back, basically coming forward. And Queen Anne says, "Ladies and gentlemen," she says, "I have provided some egress for us all." She says, "Please wait for your turn before boarding." And her and Scarlet kind of walk over to the to the elevator. And as she's on her way out, Lady Catherine, she taps you on the shoulder and she says, "Oh, by the way, the shard doesn't have a helipad." And she gets in the elevator and the doors close.
Okay. So does that mean that they are like Inquisition coming to attack the shard?
That means they ain't coming and landing for people to leave.
Yeah, we need to get the hell out of here somehow. I will share that with these guys. We got to figure out how to get out of here.
I thought we checked him for that one person for all the trackers on him. Internal?
For all the trackers.
What are you
Oh,
talking about?
the guy with the present we gave.
I don't understand.
The Inquisition guy.
Why are you assuming
you're
that's
assuming
how
they
they
know
know?
the location because of that.
I mean, it's a pretty good assumption to make, but I guess there could be other leaks, of course.
It
like you're-
seems like pretty public knowledge.
It could also be Valerius got out of town and was immediately like, "Oh yeah, let me drop a dime on these motherfuckers real quick."
Wouldn't be fast enough.
Yeah, that'd be pretty fast, honestly.
It wouldn't be fast enough.
All right, let's get the fuck out of here then. Somehow.
Yep. You guys have the key card.
Oh,
Let's,
yes.
let's get out this way.
So it takes a few minutes for that like thing to drop, but it only takes like 3 rounds or whatever. And you can see out the window because there's like a observation deck on the top, and you see like agents like basically fast roping down the freaking thing onto the observation deck.
What are the other guests doing? Are we able to even like look up?
It looks like they're lining up really to go onto observation deck to leave, and then one guy starts pointing at the other guy, and he says, "You can see it's gonna devolve into like panic really fast."
Okay.
And the dudes hit the observation deck, and the one guy has like a powered ram, and he like busts the fucking window out, and you notice. Like you can see, like they're all wearing like night vision goggles and stuff like that. And they start randomly like opening fire on anybody that is like standing in their way.
Well, if we've already used the key card, I use my celerity to push the elevator button like 17 times.
And we
break the elevator.
Yeah.
That's great. Break the elevator. That's a good idea right now. All right. Yeah, the elevator doors open. And I'm assuming you guys get in.
jump in.
Is the elevator empty?
You guys get in. Yeah, the elevator is empty. Yep. Yep. You see one of the other kindred is like coming over to the elevator hoping to get in, and you just see like they just get lit up, and you see the one guy like one of the dudes like fires like a little like grenade. It's like boom, and it rolls over, and just as the doors close and it starts to go down, you hear. And then, like the elevator like rumbles as somebody fired a grenade into the upstairs.
Mhm.
It takes about
The kind.
3-4 rounds for the elevator to get to the parking garage.
What song's playing, Byron?
What song is playing?
Yeah,
Sure.
what song's playing?
I think probably that
Yeah.
that
That's the girl
song.
from Ipanema.
Probably that song from the Boondock Saints is like there was a firefight.
Nice. At least you didn't
Yeah,
say
but
like
it's got to be
Peter,
the Muzak version.
like Peter Cetera or something horrible.
Yeah.
Like, oh my God, no.
Yeah, every breath you take.
Oh my God.
I'll be
The police?
watching you. Every move you make.
Tara's suggestion though,
Oh,
whatever it is
modern music
music.
is terrible.
Yeah, there you go.
Oh.
You guys get down. You guys
So
get
the
downstairs.
overtones of elevator music.
You guys get down into the parking garage and into the SUV.
I linger for an extra moment just to enjoy the music before I actually exit the elevator reluctantly.
Okay. Yeah, you exit, and as you exit, you can see in your rearview mirror, Max. You can see that there is basically a cordoned off area around the bottom of the shard, and there are several vans and agents and stuff on that. But this is like a private garage entrance, and so it actually goes on the outside of the cordoned off area.
I look at the rest of them and say, "It's good to be a vampire sometimes." Keep driving.
and you guys can drive back to Nigel's or wherever you want to go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna take a momentary bio break. I'll be right back. Like he survived the explosion, but you do know it fucked him up pretty good.
I was gonna wait around to start letting him heal before we start talking to him. I was like,
Right, yeah.
I'll start shooting his
Get
ass.
around.
You know, we're gonna figure this shit out while I'm shooting him or while I'm not.
It definitely could have been a bad move letting him, letting him go like that. Although then again, his dominate is so high. If every round he can just shut down one of us, that means
7th generation Ventru.
yeah. So like if he can do that to every one of us once a round, that gives us only a couple turns before he dominates all of us.
He was turned in 1065 in Roman Britannia.
And I didn't quite realize he was that much older than
fucking
us.
England.
Oh,
dude.
so he gets a hell of an AARP discount, doesn't he, man, dude? Like,
Yeah, he
that's-
does. He's got a good AARP.
They pay him to get coffee at Burger King.
I mean, come on, if you're a vampire and they're that old, you probably just like do like the little like French press and stuff. I don't.
Yeah, because you got nothing but time, so you're not worried about a quick cup of coffee.
K-cups are not a problem.
They take 3 hours to tamp down the espresso grounds just right and use the little tool, and they're doing 1 drop at a time and carefully taking the temperature of every. Yeah.
It's like
when you live forever, there's no reason
like
not to.
3 vampiric ghouls that hand grind the bean.
Right, and they only use water from this spa in France, and and
Yep. All right, so back to it, I guess.
117 is the
There
mark.
we go.
That's where I put the
The
toilet.
bed.
Chill out for the night.
Yeah, we're gonna be like
Been a
time
good
for a
night.
nap.
I need to
guys
get out of
going-
this dress.
You guys
Jeez.
going back to Nigel's?
Yeah.
This seems to be the go-to
Do
place.
we, do we
find
agree that
around.
Nigel
we
is
get
a
a house?
servant of Rick James or whatever his name was, Richard DeWord? Is that what we
So he's not necessarily a servant of him, but you do know that Richard DeWord is his sire. But
as we're,
his sire hasn't really come around in the week that you've been around,
Yeah.
Nigel.
so as we're headed back, I just mentioned to the group, right? Like, so Nigel's sire is one of our marks. The dagger that we seek is in his possession. Perhaps Lady Catherine could use her skills of persuasion to find out where that sire is.
I'd also be interested it's interesting that, the crap, what do they call them? The child, I guess, of this thing that is one of our marks just happened to find Max, just happened to be there when he woke up.
Why? I don't know what you mean.
Max, how did you run into Nigel again? Could you remind us?
Uh-oh.
Well, I was spitting a little bit of concrete and asbestos out, and I looked to my right, and I saw this Nosferatu-looking fellow, and I said, "Excuse me," and we just kicked off from there. Actually, he's a very, very friendly guy.
I've really enjoyed getting to know him, and it concerns me that he may be cultivating us for his sire. So I think
What?
we need to figure out what his motives are. That's really what I'm thinking.
What? But Nigel believes in strong coffee, a comfortable casket, and great Wi-Fi. What else is there to know?
I know he gave me a phone. I can see myself. I love it.
See, that's Nigel. You see, that's just Nigel.
So I don't want to believe that he is part of this horrible plan. So I think we need to talk to him and find out what his relationship is with his sire, but do it in a way that doesn't seem obvious.
Oh, perhaps our memories will give us an indication about what the next step is.
Mhm.
Speaking of memories, I was going to ask Byron. At some point, you said that the group, while we couldn't remember much, we did have a sense that we were all supposed to be together.
Mhm.
Yes.
Does that include Max?
Yes.
Okay.
Despite the fact that he had some staggered things, that was more just a mechanical part of the fact that we didn't get everybody together at once.
Okay, just making sure
But,
because
but thank you for questioning that.
and that's out of game, Max. Don't worry.
Okay.
I mean, with the explosion, I assume that you went somewhere else. Like they just woke me up first, and then I compelled them to let me stay up and not wake the rest of them up till the next day, so I could observe. It's really quite simple. But I guess, I mean, we also then need to get to the vault and get this seal.
So you guys have all fed. So you fed for the evening earlier. You know what I mean?
Right.
So yeah, so you don't have to worry about that. That's all taken care of. So you guys go back to Nigel's, and he's showed you a place where you could park the car and stuff like that. I mean, this is now a really good car for what you call it to drive for Hamish.
Yeah.
See, Hamish didn't have to die.
I think we should actually work on like cultivating Hamish so that he could just be our driver. Like, hey, we need you for this night job. You should sleep during the day.
Just turn him into a ghoul. And
You
be
could
done
ghoul
with
him.
it.
Yeah.
I mean, I could, but we'll get to that.
He's already had dominated humans. That's fine. She's just
yeah, it's just
What is your reluctance to turn him?
so ghouling him doesn't turn him. It just makes him. like-
Turn him into a ghoul. Okay.
yeah.
Yeah, because I would have to read the rules for that, and I haven't done it yet.
All you have to do is feed him your blood once every 30 days,
Okay.
and he's beholden to you. He can't like be persuaded to do something to you or like rat you out or anything like that.
Yeah, so actually that might be the next step, so that if we're going to use him in this way, that he's protected.
What happens if he doesn't get blood after 30 days?
Then he will start to wean himself off, and then he could be swayed by someone else.
Oh, he remains human though?
He remains human throughout.
Okay.
As a ghoul, he can actually, after the first month, he can actually gain one of your disciplines.
Oh.
So he can actually get some of your powers basically from your blood being in his system.
Side effects of
So
being a
it's-
ghoul include blah 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 blah.
It's random to see what he gets from you, though.
Okay.
He basically gains 1 dot in one of your disciplines.
Interesting.
Hmm.
Yes. I'm wondering how you get dental out of that, but I'm sure it's great.
Yep.
I mean, we're in Britain, so we've got a pretty good health care system. So
Right.
Okay,
Good
so you
point.
guys go back to Nigel's and sleep. You're as comfortable as you would be there.
Yeah, as we're driving back and Lady Montague asked me those questions, Max will just have a little mental montage of his moments with Nigel with like a little, holiday music playing in the background. When I first met him, outside the casket, when I had conversations with him and so on. And as I think back over that,
They're like walking in city London lights, holding hands.
yeah, that's right. That's right. That's exactly it.
They're skipping on the beach, holding hands.
All in like the one day before you guys met.
That's right. And our heads
They're
are
like-
together,
They're holding each other by the waist in the sewer system, like dancing.
oh
That's
no,
right.
you're looking at a screen, and then we have to like.
Yeah,
shift
you're like
the-
leaned over his shoulder, like.
And then we laugh at the same beheading. It's just uncanny.
Yeah.
As I think over that, is there anything about that does seem a little too convenient to me? Like that maybe he was
No.
so there's a plant?
You remember he was so as a Nosferatu, he would hunt. Hunting grounds are underground, and he normally hunts in that construction zone, and that just happened to be where your casket was. And
Okay.
so, yeah, he only found you because you were being loud, frenzying on the dude that was there. So you just happened to be found in his hunting grounds. So you could probably dispel the fact that he would have been watching you or even had any knowledge that you were there or anything.
Okay. All right. Well, yeah, it's just a coincidence then. All right, I do park where he tells me, and we head, I guess, inside.
Yep. All right, so you guys go in there. Nigel is not there.
Is he okay? I guess he must be. Does he usually hunt at this time of night, or this?
It's just hard to say. You don't know exactly why he wouldn't come back, so he probably has some other thing going on.
Did he leave a note?
Let's text him, see what's up.
He did not leave a note.
Oh, right. Electronic notes. I'll write an electronic note to him.
You could text him. Yep, you text him. He's like, "Oh yes." It comes back with a voice. Of course, he sends you a little video. No, just kidding.
Yeah.
But anyway, the text basically says that he's just out for the night and he will be back. He just was out too late and couldn't make it back too.
He just like leaves like 3 blood drops and an eggplant.
Yeah.
Okay.
No.
Tell him to be careful.
Episode title:
course.
3 blood drops and eggplant.
Like,
3 blood drops
And
and
in parentheses, cultivating Hamish.
Oh,
Yeah.
poor Hamish.
Okay, so you guys sleep for the night.
all right.
Time goes on, and you wake up the following night. Everybody can make their rouse check.
Oh, where did you do that on your sheet? Let's see.
Yes,
It's big button that says rouse.
it does say.
I click on it. Oh, I clicked it twice.
Where
boom.
is it?
Dan got a hunger.
Oh, I woke up
there.
peckish.
He woke up peckish.
Oh wait, I rolled twice. The first. Oh yeah,
Yeah, but the first one said you were peckish, so we'll take that one.
New
right,
Hunger
there we
2.
Yep. So
Where is my hunger?
Oh no.
Well, the first one's hunger 1.
There it is.
so 1 hunger applied. Anybody who killed anybody last night will still be at 1 hunger, even if it's plus 1 hunger. So because your character sheet's not going to know that.
I don't feel that hungry this morning.
I'm not very hungry either.
Wow, we had 2 failures, huh? 3 failures. Oh no, 2. So Dan failed the first one. Dan actually failed both of them, sadly, and Father Thorn failed his.
Can I pop open a Capri Sun?
Oh my
to help
god, I
with that?
finally succeeded at something.
Sure, you can still feed. It's just a new day, and you now have another hunger. That's all.
And I have Iron Gullet, which basically means I could go like go find the leftovers from last night's cooking and drink the old chicken blood, basically. But,
Yeah, you
yeah.
can definitely. There's
I'll scrounge
blood
around.
here. Nigel has a little fridge of some stuff.
Oh, check out his fridge.
You know, steal one of his blood bags.
And I can even drink it cold. So yeah, I'll just have a nice, refreshing treat.
Yeah.
What are the rules of society about taking another vampire's blood bag? Is that like a just a minor faux pas or?
At this point, you guys are friends of Nigel, and he's invited you into his home. So I mean, it's like if you stay over your friend's house and you drink one of their Pepsis.
All right.
I have to turn away from Father Lucius because this is really gross.
If
I'm
your
so
friend
sorry.
Oh, from a blood
would die
bag.
from
What
not
are you,
drinking
a
Pepsi.
barbarian?
This is-
Oh wow, it's just like that thing I saw on the street. It's like a Capri Sun, except it's
You
negative.
don't know what a Capri Sun is.
Well, I know. I just said I saw it on the street. I saw a little boy drinking Capri
Nah,
Sun.
you didn't. Capri Suns aren't that popular in London.
All right.
Yeah, no, that's not
I'm
a
gonna
thing.
have
there.
one.
And the boy wasn't out at like 2 a.m., so you definitely didn't see him.
The GM draws the line.
He's watching
No Capri
TV.
Sun.
It's in England too.
He saw it. He saw it
He
on
hasn't been
TV.
watching TV. He gets up and goes out with you guys.
I
He's
watch
not on
YouTube
TV.
all the time.
He was
Yeah,
That's what he was doing while we were fighting. He's in the car,
Yeah.
just like scrolling YouTube videos.
No, he wasn't. He had a machine gun out the window, and he's trying.
Fast and Furious.
The GM has ruled there is absolutely no Capri Sun in London in this world.
If you want to take the time to refresh yourself with information of the current day, you're more than welcome to do so. But if you do not do that, then you don't gain any extra information.
Oh,
Oh,
he didn't take this hard a line with the frickin' drone.
This
Well,
is what I got to go with, man. Because
I take it back.
I let you guys have drones, so
This is just like a Kool-Aid jammer, except it's O negative.
it's just like a bag with some blood in it.
except then it has blood in it.
If you want to be the first to die, Dan, go ahead.
Keep it
Well,
up, Dan.
okay. A minute thing to go. A juicy juice splasher.
Could I check the like stock market Bitcoin stuff that Nigel was showing me the other day, just quickly before we go?
Yeah, absolutely. You can
I'm
do
gonna
that.
grab one of those blood bags to go as well. And
Okay.
remind me, how much hunger does that relieve?
One.
So I would give. I would.
Actually, it may not. It may not. Check your character sheet on the back. It should say like, it might say that certain amounts of things only slake half hunger.
Where is?
Yeah, there's a trick to
That's
being
gonna be
able
on
to
the back.
drink.
Yeah, Alice. Yeah,
There's a-
you are animal and back
Drink.
blood slakes half.
Yeah.
I'm looking at
So
the character sheet, bio
blood
info, attribute and abilities. Where's the back of
It's
it?
on the back on the blood potency. At the very top, it says front back, and you just click on it. And
It
it
says
goes to
front
the
back.
So it's
Yeah,
front reverse.
reverse.
Front reverse.
Oh, reverse. There we go. Thank you.
Yeah, reverse.
Yeah. So Alice, yeah, animal and back blood slakes only half.
Oh,
How do I do a half of hunger?
So you'll have to drink.
Don't. You have to drink
full
two.
bags.
Yeah,
Oh,
just
fine. I'll
drink-
drink 2.
Yeah, you just have to drink 2, and that kills one.
gotta replace them, man. You
I'd
can't drink
give
this
her
whole
one of
six
mine,
pack.
so I'm carrying a supply.
So let's see here. For both Thorn and Romanoff, 1 is enough.
Hmm.
And Lady Catherine also suffers the same. And so does Dr. Henry. And so does Aquila.
What is Bane severity?
That's when you get, like, when your Bane is around you, basically what the severity of it is.
Yeah. So
Okay, because it
garlic
says
or
feeding penalty.
That was
and then
very
it says
helpful.
Bane
Yeah.
severity.
Basically, it's severity of the Bane.
Okay.
like
So I
whether
don't
you
have a
suffer
feeding penalty.
damage or whatever, right? Like it
Mhm.
depends on how
Yeah.
much you took it.
So if it's only, yeah, exactly. So if it's like holy water, is your Bane, and you get holy water, it's severity 1.
So I think it's
But
when
if
you take
you're-
your disadvantage, right, or some such
Yeah.
thing. And if you put a whole shitload of points in that over time to get benefits, and
Yeah,
Okay.
you can overcome the Bane severity too if you really want to.
Ooh.
At a later point by putting points into it. Whoa, my whole screen went black. Okay, there we go. We're back. I was a little scared there for a moment. Okay, so what are you guys doing for tonight? You're up. Check your
Gotta
stock
go
market.
get that seal.
Yeah.
Get that seal. Was there anything particular you want to do with the stock market stuff?
I just wanted to check on the numbers, see how things are going, and I don't know if we need to create a new or like find a new credit card yet. So I kind of wanted to. I don't know if I can check something like that or not.
Let's see here. Why don't you go ahead and give me let's do a roll. Let's do finance and intelligence. Because Nigel did show you those numbers. And that's gonna be plenty.
Oh, yeah.
yeah. So yeah, that's actually it's not quite a messy critical. Well, it's close. If you'd have got another critical, it would have been a messy critical.
Ooh, I say that's
But
amazing.
yeah. So looking at the numbers, it looks like your credit card's still working.
Okay.
Okay.
All right. Just in case
I was gonna just say I take some time to try to apprise myself on modern medical knowledge as best I can using
Okay.
the phone, which I'm sure takes me time. But
Yeah.
do,
Actually, you can. Let's see here. Nigel actually has collected some medical books for you.
oh, that's even easier. Yeah, that's way better than messing around with this little phone thing because
Yep.
it's a headache.
Over the last couple of days, Nigel has gathered some medical textbooks and stuff for you.
Oh yeah, I'm just enraptured. I'm like, oh wow, I had no idea.
What about Aquila? Aquila, want to do anything?
Nothing specific. Just keep an eye out.
Okay.
Don't need to run off and do anything.
Are there any like books on occult or anything in Nigel's library here?
Unfortunately, they're not.
Not very thoughtful.
Yes, some better reading selection would be perfect.
What about Max?
Oh, Max will check the value of the stock ticker KHC.
So Lady Catherine can show you that, but you don't know.
Oh yeah, can you? Okay, and
Oh, absolutely. Yeah, we'll take a look at that. What is this? What are you looking at?
as I grab my blood bag, I say that's the Kraft Heinz company, the maker of. Never mind.
Okay.
I mean, Heinz
Reverend Thorne?
and the beans.
I missed the context of what you're asking me. I was away. What are you asking?
You're good, sir. Just anything you wanted to do in the first hour or so that you were up, other than just sprint off into the night.
No, I think if I'm well enough fed, right? I'm
Your hunger's at what, 2?
Trying to
2, and you ate
after
a blood bag, so you're 1.
A 1, yeah.
Yeah, so
and I
good.
can't go beneath that unless I kill somebody, right?
That is correct.
So I'm all right. So I think I'm sort of thinking about the connection of Mithras and how, Jesus came back, so maybe he could too, right?
God, are you really?
Yeah. So he's drawing
Shit.
parallels, and he doesn't even know why. But no, he's gonna just be near enough by and trying to figure out the angles. And if there's a roll where I can figure out all the angles, just tell me.
You're in Nigel's house, so you can pretty much look around. He's not here, so you could search through his things and stuff like that if you wanted to. That looks to be
I would have a look around.
Alice and Aquila were looking for books. Lady Catherine found some books. Dr. Henry's kind of sitting on some sort of uncomfortable contraption. It's an old recliner that's been has some pillows and stuff in it, and he's flipping through some medical books. He has a stack of them on a little table next to him.
I drop a box of tissues off next to him, and I was like,
Max is kind of looking over Lady Catherine's shoulder as she's looking at stock tickers and the credit card information, stuff like that on Nigel's computer.
Past KHC, I do look around. Nigel's master or his maker, what was his name again?
DeWord.
Is there any reference to DeWard anywhere in this? Okay.
No, he wouldn't keep any information on his sire.
What about historical figure, the internet, as a historical figure of some kind? No?
That's a good question. I don't know that I can immediately answer that, but let me see what I can do.
Oh yes, we can Google it.
Why don't you do that with that contraption of yours? I'm going to look around a bit. Is there a roll you want me to make, Byron, of some kind, or what?
What are you looking for? Basically, I'm just going to roll to see if you find what you're looking for.
I want to try to
send an electronic note to Google.
I want to try to find any sort of secure storage, like a safe behind pictures, or
he's looking for the hard stuff.
The back of a closet, or you know what I mean, places where he might stash stuff.
You're looking for a stash.
Secret places. That's going to be. We're going to call that.
His dubage.
That's going to be intelligence and larceny.
Larceny?
Yeah, you're trying to steal his shit.
Turns out
I got it.
Turns out I have it.
What's the difficulty of that?
Father larceny.
What would be the difficulty?
Father larceny.
Father larceny.
You said intelligence and larceny,
Father
right?
felony.
So you said
difficulty is only going to be 2.
The intelligence and larceny, right?
Are you saying he's a felonious monk?
Four of 2.
Messy critical.
Oh my god, messy critical. Oh shit. All right.
God damn it.
What I was doing. You make me pause what I was doing.
I'm so
this
sorry.
is gonna change everything. Love this.
I was just trying to find his.
Yeah.
Yeah,
you found it.
They're gonna destroy his computer.
Don't destroy his computer. I mean, he can always get another one, but still don't do that.
You find a locker with a picture of his maker and a bottle of baby oil.
Just
What?
so we didn't have any more problems.
Opens the safe.
All right, so
with the camera
do you
inside.
have what are your touchstones
Oh God.
My
stuff? Let's do a little bit of this.
Can't hear you, Jason.
What's
geez,
Father
okay.
Thorne's touchdown?
Well, so you got me dead on whether or not you meant to the last time. because it was never exposed to children, and there was the murderer guy that you showed me, right? That I tore an innocent person apart. So I have never exposed to children for that reason, and because Father Luis Sims in my. Anyway, there's a long story there. I don't want to talk about it. And then kill only the guilty, and it was Simon Kurth is the touchstone there.
I'm not seeing anything there that looks like you deserve a stain on that.
Excellent, good. Let's just move on, and let me find his.
No, that just means it's going to a compulsion instead. That's all.
God damn it.
And you are oh shit! I forgot. Okay.
Yeah.
Like the sound of that, fellas.
I forgot what your plan was. Helped just a second ago. It's gonna make this even better.
Please tell me I take off all my clothes and run around in the woods.
No, it's not that bad, but it looks. Let's see here.
That's not too bad.
No.
Speaking of odd things to do for Christmas,
So this
Yes.
is.
That's what my last
social.
character did in Byron's game. Is I went running around.
I mean, who really hasn't run naked for Christmas? I mean, come on.
Who hasn't been a streaker in the
It
woods?
is a pagan holiday.
It
That's
is.
Gotta
If you
show
do
off
it,
your
if you
Yule
do it
log
right.
somewhere.
Yeah.
That's two for Lady Catherine.
It is classic Kathy.
That is the best looking Yule log I've seen all year. All right. So what happens?
More like a U branch than a U log.
You twig, you know.
Mistletoe.
So you begin to think that he has stuff hidden everywhere. You find one thing that's like behind here, and now you're on a mission. You think that you need to like move everything away from the wall.
No.
Like he's probably got hidden compartments everywhere.
Yeah.
in here.
So I think Byron, there's this. I think they hear me because I'm peeling.
hear you.
I'm peeling away the drywall.
Oh, when he gets really like,
I'm like,
he's gonna mess up Max's crib.
So it's a tunnel, so it's made of brick. So you found a small sledgehammer, and you're just literally
It's here
trying
somewhere.
to break holes
It's
in
here
the
somewhere.
wall.
Yeah, I'm just like just going in and going hard.
Oh, the father's losing his mind again.
Let's see here.
I
Is it
love, you
Tuesday already?
you unrecline your chair and you're like, oh, all right, gotta get up and go deal with the priest.
Are you seeing your make believe child?
No,
molesters
you
again?
don't
Wait,
understand.
Catherine, can you make hotel reservations on that on this electric box thing?
Yes, perhaps
yes.
we could just buy it. Rent
Stay
a
there and
house.
give Nigel a little bit of space. Absolutely, we can.
I think we're going to need a new place to stay.
The answers are all here. Just look here, behind these bricks.
Oh, you know, I think the father's missed his calling. He'd make a great contractor.
Yes, you would.
This is much more spacious now.
But Max, you said you were going to intervene with the father.
Yeah, I'll walk up out of reach of the thing, slurping on my my blood bag. Hey, father. I mean, I love what you've done here. This is. I mean, it's really nice, but
There's no time. I'm close. Look here, just behind these bricks. One more swing.
I look in the way, so it kind of gets the way. Do I see anything behind the bricks?
What's in there,
No,
Byron?
holes.
Here. Look.
Some rats come out.
Look. See? Do you see? Do you see? That one. It's
Oh,
got it.
I
It's
see.
got it.
Hold my Capri Sun. I take the sledgehammer and I start swinging at the wall.
Oh, he won't give it to you.
Oh no, because
he's in a mental fucking rampage.
I
right
pull
now.
it loose, and the rat that's running across the floor. Wait, you'll see. And I just clobber it.
Does awe work on vampires?
Yeah, you can use it. You just have to roll.
Okay, I'll roll an awe to which is the opposite of daunt, right? It's just to make him feel good and distracted. So how do I do that? Because I have no idea.
So all right. So I looked at it. No, there's nothing on the internet about Richard the Word. That's what I was. That's what I was looking up. Sorry about that. All right, and then
I feel like the Reverend and Max have had a lot of fights like this, and Henry just really seems to enjoy it.
I'm not gonna fight him. I'm a lover.
oh,
He's
you might
the old-
fight him. Depends
he's
on how
like the
this
old
goes.
days.
I mean, you fought him before.
That's not how
Wait,
this
not that we
goes.
remember that. Oops.
We have the sense of it.
What is awe? It's awes on what dominate.
Awe is presence, not
It's
dominate.
presence,
I
yeah,
also have
dominate.
entrancement, if that's better. I have a level 3 entrancement.
You tell me what you want to use. I'm not going to tell you.
I'll start with a little awe. I'll put on the charm. So, Father.
All right, so we need manipulation and presence for Max, and composure, intelligence for Father Thorn.
Manipulation. Is that a skill? It is, right? No, it's
They're
not.
all doubles. Yeah.
I don't see it on the list. Manipulation.
Where's composure?
Manipulation's a mental. It's in the center.
Oh, there
it's
it
in
is.
the center?
So 2 stats then?
Yeah, so it's going to be for you, Thorn. It'll be composure, intelligence,
Got it.
Manipulation, and you said composure?
manipulation, and presence. It involves your
presence,
power.
What's my difficulty here now?
Your difficulty is whatever his dice rolls are.
What?
Max is the active character. so
Where's
ties with
presence?
that.
Understood.
Yeah, I
Got
don't
it.
see presence.
It's in your powers on your bottom left. They are your
Well, when I
supernatural
click on
powers.
manipulation, it doesn't offer me presence.
You
Do I
have
not
to
do
you
that?
have to
Probably
set
won't.
up
You need to go
rolls.
to your power.
Yeah, you have to
Have
set
to
up
go
the
to your
roll
power.
for your
I
power.
have to go to my power. Okay, so all right, pretend like I don't know how to do this.
So
I go to my power.
let me cancel this and look.
I
And
don't have
so-
your character sheets pulled up, so
So if you look at your power,
Mm-hmm.
there's a little dice icon thingy.
Is there
Yeah, there is. It looks like a
Yes,
diamond
absolutely is.
to the far right of the dots.
a
Right?
diamond? Oh, at the very top of the power.
Yep. So if you click that,
Okay.
it will expand it, and then you can set your attributes so for that specific power. So in other words, you would set up a power for dominate, and then in my
or
case,
for
it would-
presence. Yeah.
Or yeah, for exactly. But anyway, so you pick your attribute and discipline there, and then it will give you the ability to just hit roll. Am I making sense?
You should be able to do it on the
Yes.
fly too. It's just a place to roll.
All right, it's asking me. Okay, I can see the presence, and then I pick a skill, right? Manipulation.
Yeah.
It's not a skill. That's an
Pick
attribute.
your
Oh,
attribute.
it's offering me a discipline and a skill.
Yep.
Yep.
Yes.
Yeah. So in this case, it's not a skill though. You need to pick.
Oh, okay, there it is. I see. All right, so roll.
There you go.
Mhm.
I clicked it. Oh, pool size modifier 0,
It's always 0 unless I tell you different.
and difficulty is 2, or
Difficulty is going to be whatever Jason's thing is. So you just have
Okay.
to
Oh
roll.
shit. Okay.
So
Sorry.
he's attempting to roll against you, basically.
You said it
this is
was
exciting. I've never done this before.
composure.
Yeah.
So anytime you use on a human, it just automatically works. If you use on vampires, they get basically a defense roll.
So
Gotcha.
intelligence, composure. Is that what you said?
Yes, sir.
All right. Sorry for that, guys. Intelligence.
Well, no, that's awesome because we're learning how to do it.
Yeah.
Yeah, we're learning a lot.
I had no idea
Right
these
along
buttons
with
were
it.
here.
Difficulty.
I think I
we'll
just messed
see.
things up. I might have to have you look at my.
So I
Oh,
got
wait,
2
here it is.
successes.
All right, so Dan, you're the active character, so you only need to tie him.
So 2 difficulty.
2 is your difficulty, but you can just roll. You don't have to wait for the difficulty to
Yeah, it'll
come
say
up.
success 2. It'll say
2 successes. 6 dice rolled. It says 2 of 2.
Okay, you shouldn't have a potency bonus though.
Oh,
Why is that not coming through?
No
in the
potency
main
for
chat?
you,
That's
Max.
potency. How did that get in here?
I probably just automatically added it, but it doesn't matter. It's still going to be the active character, so you're still going to get it.
It's
Okay.
the Viagra.
I say, so Father, it's lovely. May I borrow that for a second? I'd like to help out. And have you noticed that maybe this other wall could use some expansion too? We should talk about ideas. What do you think Nigel would like? And I just sort of try and dazzle.
Right,
him
yeah.
with a little bit.
So Father Thorn is now kind of centralized on Max, which is overcoming your compulsion from your.
So I think it's
Thing.
just as the sledgehammer hits the rat, and the rat goes like Gallagher splat, and he kind of looks up from that, and looks over at the other wall.
I lean over to the Father and I say, "Shh! Everyone will
So-
want one."
To go back though to your messy critical, that was a critical, so you did succeed in finding his.
But
Dash
but
space.
wait. I put the
So the red stuff there, you just
Yeah,
never
so-
had a chance to look at.
yeah. So I pat him on the shoulder and thank you, and I hand him the hammer. Would you be as kind as to hold this, please?
Oh, of course.
Just for a moment. I go back to the original spot that I found.
Mhm.
I told you it was here. What is it?
It
Oh,
is
look.
lots of pictures of him and his family,
Oh.
his children,
Oh, before he got turned.
before he was turned. There's like letters that he's like, I am cursed to just be a shamble in the darkness now, never to see my family again.
I look over your shoulder and I just chuckle. I'm like, I bet you feel like trash right now.
And I look over his other shoulder. I say, well, you should feel great because all I found was this antique lint collection, and this is much better than that.
There's a journal that talks about Nigel's life, so you can't review it in just a moment. But you could yeah.
No, I'll leave it.
Oh
I'll leave
no,
it there.
this might give us a clue about his sire's location.
That's right. That's right.
You have to read it.
Toward the end, maybe?
Reverend.
So you'll berate me because I found this, but then you'll ask me to read it and invade his privacy just the same.
Well, I do know how much you love
Yes.
suffering.
But
Father,
Yes.
I never braided you, and I agree.
You wear your suffering like a warm cloak at night to keep yourself company.
but
And
then,
you look dashing in it.
oh, but doctors are such quick studies, and I press the journal into your chest. I'm a slow reader. I like to study the
enough.
text.
I will study the text.
Okay, so you're starting to read his book.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, are you just like chilled out in a chair, or like what are you doing?
I'll go ahead and do it in a corner discreetly in case Nigel comes back suddenly.
Well, funny you should say that because shortly after you start that,
Oh,
you hear
shit.
clink, clink, clink
No.
as he returns to his pad.
He's not going to notice.
He's not gonna notice the giant holes in the wall of the fucking sledgehammer. They're not giant.
Well,
They're small. They're maybe 8 to 10 inches around. It would take you like a shit ton of time to beat through like a fucking old subway tunnel. It's not like a second.
When's a vampire gonna miss a critical trying to pass a gallstone or something? Kidney stone.
Yeah.
It's gonna happen.
I'm hanging out in the kitchen. I wanted no part of that nonsense.
I'm still on the computer looking at hotels.
I'll go ahead and.
Priceline.
Is it a thick journal?
Yeah.
Like,
Oh yeah, he's been turned for a while, dude. It's probably 3 or 4 inches thick.
Day
Like an
5012.
old leather bound journal.
all right, I'll go ahead and sit on it in the recliner chair and pick up one of the medical books.
Okay. He was turned in like 1980 something. You probably realized that in the very beginning because you skimmed the first sentence.
The day Reagan was shot.
No.
No to the Creason, no to Reagan. Ooh.
No. We're in English. We're in England, man. Like 1980s England or something.
Okay.
I refer to American things.
I like to note too that when the father has his moments of doubt, Dr. Henry is like the devil on his shoulder, and
Yep.
Max is like the angel on the other shoulder.
Right.
Okay. So yeah, Nigel comes home and he says, "Oh, I am sorry I was out late.
Oh no,
I
Fred.
assumed the party was well."
Oh yes, it did. It went very well. And I go nudge, nudge, wink, wink. How was your party?
It was fine. I was hunting on the far side of the city, looking for an old compatriot. He kind of scratches his arm a little bit. He goes, "Sometimes we must all have our fix."
Right. The horizontal tango, the hide the sausage, sharing pillow talk, knocking boots.
His humanity is too low for that shit. He doesn't give a fuck about sex. You guys barely do. Yeah.
Look
Okay.
at Catherine's like,
Nothing to you.
what?
Oh, so I guess there was no getting busy. So what exactly were you doing, Nigel?
I was visiting a friend.
Oh, nice. Old friend? Nigel?
Yes. I'm a little confused. Why these questions?
Oh, no. I was just curious. I mean, does your friend have a name or is he not part of the narrative?
He is my friend.
Oh,
He kind of just leaps away from you and just ends the conversation and kind of
okay.
jumps into his chair and starts like typing on his computer.
And Nigel, I'm so sorry. I hope you didn't mind that I got on the computer. You had shown me what to do, so I was looking up some things. We're so worried that we're so sorry that we have just, used your hospitality so much. And so we were thinking about looking for maybe making hotel reservations or something, just to have something else available, so that you can have your own space again. We really appreciate how much you've done for us.
He says, as I expected, I'm used to being cast aside.
Oh,
I can help you find better.
no, Nigel, no. We're not casting you aside. We were worried that we were in your way.
There is no need to use your charismatic impulses on me.
Were I to ask you
I'm not
about
even trying to use my charisma on you, Nigel.
Nigel, you mentioned
gonna-
being cast aside. Do you mean by your sire, Richard? Is it?
Woo-hoo-hoo!
Smooth like butter.
Because we would never do that to you.
Oh,
He's like-
Jason, your mic's off.
No, he
Um,
wasn't.
I can hear him.
I got him.
I didn't hear him.
That was weird.
He's like, my sire and I have a complicated relationship.
Can I do
Yeah,
an insight
buddy.
check? Like, not detect lies, just an insight check to see
Yeah.
how.
Is this dude lying?
He's
And it would be with intelligence or
It's
charisma?
intelligence.
yeah, intelligence, insight, or yeah,
Okay, but no adding.
or wits. Oh, well, that's good enough.
Okay.
Holy shit!
Oh my God.
Yeah, I think we know if he's
He
lying.
you
seems
give-
to be telling the truth.
I mean, and how does he? Because I'm not even necessarily looking for lies, but how does he seem to like? What kind of emotions does he seem to be putting out, or how does?
Depression.
Hmm.
So, Nigel,
Oh.
we would never. I'm not saying that your sire betrayed you per se, but let us just put it this way: family is family, blood is blood.
We Nosferatu are unwanted animals.
Oh, so you allow yourself to believe. That is your first mistake, and perhaps your last.
I was turned many years ago, probably 30, and my daughter had ran off and ran into one of the subway tunnels, and I came after her to try to collect her, and unfortunately she was hit by the train and we lost her. Only I cried. I went back there evening after evening, trying to get past the fact that I had failed as a father, as a protector, and lost one of my most dearest items of my life, only to find that I would lose everything. And Richard took the rest of my family from me.
Took
Richard?
the rest of your
Yes,
family.
by his embrace, I was never able to return to their side.
Ah.
Why
I
did
looked
he?
at them afar.
And you accept this?
Did he
fate,
ever
do you?
tell you why he chose you?
No. Probably just because he felt that I was detrious, just something to be cast aside. I was a computer engineer in my former life, so perhaps my knowledge of
Nigel,
computers, us Nosferatu, are very good with technology.
what if we were to
So
tell
he
you
found
that-
you to be useful. So sorry, Max, but
Oh no, I was just saying I can't hear Jason either now.
What if we were to
Is-
tell you that we see you as family because of all you've done for us in our waking time? We share blood, however distant it may be. You shouldn't suffer alone. Help
Yes,
us.
and ironically, Richard sounds like a dick.
You say you think of him as family? He kind of hangs his head down or whatever. He has like a hoodie on or whatever. And when he raises his head, he has like a little tear of blood that is like run down his face.
Hmm.
He says, I am honored, Reverend Thorne. He's like, I have sat in these old tunnels just waiting to be of use. It's like you all have given me a new life, new purpose.
No. You have been waiting for justice, and we will help you find it. Are we agreed? And I wipe the tear away with my index finger and put it behind me where Lady Catherine's mouth is. And allow her to just...
Ew.
I will do so.
Oh, no. Yeah, I love it.
And actually, I'll like move up. So as I do that, I'll move up so like I'm on the other side of Father Lucius with him. And I want to tell him, Nigel, you are family. And more importantly, you are beautiful. You are beautiful inside and out.
I know that those things are not true, but I appreciate your statements.
That's what I see. And when I said that we were going to look for hotel reservations, it wasn't to be away from you. It was so you would have a break from us. But if you don't want a break from us, we don't want a break from you.
I'm sure
We don't have to break up. We can still date.
I'm sure more comfortable arrangements could be found for you.
And for you, perhaps. Perhaps it's time for you to get out of the sewer. Perhaps it's not about comfort for us so much as us finding a better place from which to change things.
The darkness is where I live. Though.
Take back your power, boy. You are but a boy despite your age. Take it back. He took it from you, and here you are, doomed to lie in the shadows. Stand up tall. Stand up tall. Be worthy of your blood.
I'm afraid the bones in my back do not allow me to stand tall.
Chiropractic. Yeah, it's...
That'll work.
As tall as you can.
Have you been injured? No, I'm just a vampire. That's all.
We'll help you.
Call KNR.
Doesn't matter.
Have you
As
been
best-
injured
as
in
best we
place?
can.
I appreciate you all. I will be as much of service as I can. You have been so kind to someone who has not seen much kindness.
Swear an oath. Swear an oath that you will do all we require of you until justice has been done for you.
Double down, bitch.
It's like, what do you require?
Oh, I don't know yet. Much the same as you don't know God's will for you. Swear the oath. You will serve us until such time as justice has been done for you and all that has been taken from you. We will see it through. Unlike the others that you serve. I'm going to lean in because I think I have at a moment of vulnerability, and I am one manipulative human. So if you need me to roll, I will. Or human vampire.
Honestly, you really don't have to roll. Like, he's really on that edge, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
And pushing him over is relatively easy. And, I mean, everything you're saying is definitely, within the realm. So I'm not even going to
Like
make
he
there be a
barely
roll.
sees the flare in my eyes
Yeah,
as
he
I
barely
turn the
sees the
power
flare
on.
in your eyes. I mean, you almost don't even have to turn the power on. You've like kind of have a flashback of like a meeting that you had with some individuals when you were still before you returned, when you were still just a priest, and convincing them to, a therapy session per se, a private thing where they had lost their faith, and kind of that flare that you become more emboldened because you are embracing that that manipulative speech that all priests know, and you flare him up into a belief of you to follow you, and he said, I could tell you many things about my sire, but unfortunately he has kept me quiet the last 10 years or so, but we Nosferatu know how to find things. I can help.
Yes, you can.
And that's probably a good place to wrap up the stream for tonight.
Very
wow.
good.
Nice.
cow.
I wasn't
Yeah,
ready to
that
hit the
was
button,
awesome.
guys.
Everybody
Good
did
job,
great.
man.
Lady Catherine is just like, Father Lucius, that was wonderful.
Yeah,
I got
what a
Jesus
great
running
session.
all through me. I tell you, just running all through me.
I mean,
Oh,
hey, you want to hang
wow.
this snake? Hold this snake.
Put out your fingers. Let's do this. Let's hit that proverbial
Yeah, hit the
button.
button.